The following calls have been published: doctoral networks, postdoctoral fellowships, and then MSCA and Citizen, which actually embed the European Researchers 9. I believe, I don't know, it seems that there is a square on my screen, but I hope it will disappear. I just would like to stress already now that all documents and submission links for MSc and Citizens are published, but maybe you know already that for postdoctoral fellowships and doctoral networks, the submission links are still missing. So I would like just to reassure you that they should be available shortly. So just a quick word on that. I'm sure that Lily, the speaker after me, will develop this further, but just for you to know that all documents should be available very soon now. So as I said, you will have the chance to get actually further information and details about each of these actions with the next speaker. But I would like to, and I was actually asked to present an overview of the Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions under Horizon Europe. So first of all, I would like just to indicate that we have a new motto, which is developing talents, advancing research. And actually, it is meant really to highlight the essence of the Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions, excellence, research, and development of skills. Overall, the MSCA under Horizon Europe, but then I will of course develop further, will continue playing a key role in training highly skilled, adaptable, resilient researchers, which has been really revealed crucial during the pandemic and for the post-COVID recovery. So in the years to come, international, cross-sectoral, and interdisciplinary cooperation as really the key dimensions of the program will be further enhanced. We are also introducing novelties from a policy point of view, such as the MSCA Green Charter or new guidelines for the supervisors. I will go back to these points a bit later on. I'm trying to go to the next slide, which does not seem to, yes, it works. So the MSCA, as you may know already, are part of Pillar 1, so under Horizon Europe. And this pillar is meant to fund excellent science, to support frontier research and breakthrough scientific ideas. So it also allows actually teaming up the best researchers from Europe and beyond. And it equips them with skills that are needed in the academic and non-academic sectors. And they offer them access to excellent research infrastructures. You possibly knew already the program under Horizon 2020. So for you to know that as regards the MSCA, there will not be any revolution, actually. The actions, as you knew them before, will continue to be funded under new names. What we tried to do actually is to really simplify, to make the actions more accessible, more understandable, and especially to newcomers. Some key figures from the previous program. So in the past 7 years, the MSCA have funded more than 65,000 researchers in Europe and beyond, including 25,000 doctoral candidates, as well as, of course, more experienced researchers. They have funded also more than 1,000 excellent international doctoral networks. For us, it's really important to stress that the MSCA are a program to the benefit of researchers, but also of institutions. And for you to know as well that the program has promoted strong links beyond academia with industry, with SMEs, and more than 4,500 companies and non-academic organizations have been involved in the program. One of our priority is also to support women into research and to contribute to achieving equal access of women and girls to science. So female researchers make up almost 42% of the program. And actually, Malta does even better with 52% of female researchers among the researchers funded by the MSCA. I will come back to this geographic coverage. As you see, we have funded also 37% of researchers from outside of the EU. So the MSCA is the EU reference program for doctoral and postdoctoral training. They contribute to develop highly skilled researchers able to detect and tackle upcoming challenges. And I just mentioned before that actually it's really crucial in the time being. Able also to communicate scientific evidence to policymakers, but also to the public, which is one of the main goals of, for instance, the European Researchers' Night and the action MSCA and Citizens, and to work across disciplines. The idea is really also to be able actually to show the impact of research on citizens' daily life. The MSCA provides researchers with skills which are needed in the labor market in order to innovate and to convert knowledge and ideas into products and services for economic and social benefit of our societies. As I already mentioned, they develop excellent doctoral programs and enhance the, let's say, the global attractiveness and visibility of the institutions. And they contribute, of course, to promote the EU's global attractiveness for talents. Under Horizon Europe, the budget will be of 6.6 billion euros. And as regards the geographic coverage, it's worldwide. And MSCA involves actually individuals and entities from all over the world. Some of the key features of the MSCA. So as I said already before, we support researchers, but which is important, of course, is that we support these researchers at any stage of their career with a focus on their training, skills, and career development. We promote structuring impact on organizations. I won't develop this point again because I mentioned it before. We are a bottom-up program, which means actually that the MSCA are open to all scientific disciplines. So it means also that we do not organize targeted calls, and proposals are really selected on the basis of their excellence, impact, and quality and efficiency of the implementation. We support cross-sectoral, international, and interdisciplinary cooperation. And as I said before, actually, we would like really to enhance these dimensions under Horizon Europe. So as regard the international dimension of the program is open to researchers, as I said already, from all over the world. And today, about 40% of MSCA researchers are from outside the EU. Actually, it was the most international program under Horizon 2020, and we really would like to continue, and we really hope it will be the same under Horizon Europe. As regards cross-sectoral and interdisciplinary mobility, we promote strong links beyond academia with industry and SMEs, including with financial incentives. This point, I will just develop it a bit further later on. As you may know as well, we promote attractive working and employment conditions. So MSCA researchers are recruited under employment contract with social security coverage, sickness insurance, monthly allowances to cover their living, mobility, and family costs. I know that all these points will be developed during the day, so I go very quickly through them, but I'm sure that you will have the possibility also to address some further questions to the speakers of the days. I would like maybe to highlight a bit more the policy background and the principles and priorities under MSCA. So the MSCA are at the crossroad actually of the European research area and the European education area. We contribute really to both of them. Of course, as I just mentioned, we are a very international program, so we contribute to the EU external policy objectives. And actually, we can also rely on a very large and active global network of alumni through the Marie Curie Alumni Association. The MSCA are committed to the European Charter for Researchers and Code of Conduct for the Recruitment of Researchers, which aims to give researchers the same rights and obligations throughout the EU. So it addresses both the researchers and their employers. And these are key elements in the EU policy to make research an attractive career, and they promote also open, merit-based and transparent recruitment procedures. I mentioned also in this slide the innovative doctoral training principles, which promote attractive institutional environment, interdisciplinary research, exposure to the non-academic world, international networking, and training in transferable skills, which finally are the very basis of the MSCA.
Stabilirlo, che fai? Ti ergi a giudice di che cosa? In base a quali?
Is everything fine? Yes. Okay. Yes. So MSCA supports as well open science, which is a way to have more open and collaborative ways of working together, exchanging and communicating data. We have put in this slide also the newly open Research Europe website, which you may know, which allows for fast publication and open peer review for research stemming from Horizon 2020 funding. And we are also, of course, committed to responsible research and innovation to better align the process and outcomes with the values, needs, and expectations of societies. So what we have done under Horizon Europe is to further simplify the architecture of the actions by abolishing sub-actions. We have tried also to align the rules across the actions, and again, these will be developed further during the day. As I said already before, we have tried to make the names more intuitive, especially to newcomers. Some restrictions have been introduced to reduce the number of applications and the evaluation burden. So maybe here you will have also the possibility to exchange further on scientific age if you have any question on that. We have also introduced new guidelines on supervision. So the European Commission has recently published the MSCA guidelines on supervision, building on the existing requirements under the MSCA, which already require actually an adequate supervision. But these recommendations will really serve as a reference for institutions and supervisors to ensure that researchers are adequately supervised from the outset and throughout the duration of their research project. We would like also to promote sustainable behaviors and policies and support policy and decision making. So here you have the reference to the greener MSCA. So it's the MSCA Green Charter, actually following the European Commission's commitment to tackle climate and environmental related challenges. An MSCA Green Charter has laid down a set of general principles that promote the sustainable implementation of research activities in line with the European Green Deal. So the proposed actions include, for instance, to prioritize the use of low carbon forms of transportation, reducing the use of consumables and energy, ensuring the sustainability of project events, amongst others. So MSCA beneficiaries and researchers are really encouraged to observe this Green Charter during the implementation of their projects or fellowships on a best effort basis. We have proposed also, we will try, to reinforce synergies within Horizon Europe with other EU funding programs such as Erasmus Plus or with structural funds, notably in the frame of co-fund, but not only. One of our priorities, as I said already before, is to promote really female researchers under the MSCA. So the proportion of female researchers under the MSCA. So under Horizon 2020, as I said, we had 42% of female fellows. But in line with the Charter and Code, we would like really to go further And all MSCA projects are really encouraged to embrace diversity. And in the interest of non-discrimination and equal opportunities, family allowances, for instance, will be accessible to all. Long-term leave allowance in case of the researcher's leave, including maternity, paternity, parental, sick or special leave has been introduced. And we have also adopted a broader definition of family. As I said already, one of the key priorities for the years to come is to really promote academia and non-academia collaboration. So we would like to emphasize further intersectoral cooperation to really ensure that researchers are equipped with skills that are needed in enterprises, including SMEs, but as well as other socioeconomic actors such as government institutions, NGOs, museums, hospitals. The final aim is really to also turn more research results into future projects, as I said already before. So it's really about being able to move from research to innovation and to products and services for the benefit of the society. Currently, 50% of MSCA fellows have already benefited from some form of cross-sectoral mobility. And we are introducing new financial incentives for the setting up of industrial doctorates under doctoral networks by offering, for instance, financial support for up to 15 doctoral candidates instead of 10. And under our postdoctoral fellowships grant, we will offer an additional period of up to 6 months to researchers who intend to spend part of their fellowship in the non-academic sector. I believe again that this will be further developed with Lily, so the speaker, which will present you further the actions. As regards the actions, actually, we have 5 actions under the Marie Sklodowska-Curie action, so the doctoral networks. So these were the former international IT and training networks. So now the new name is Doctoral Networks. It's about joint doctorates and industrial doctorates, and they are established by consortia of universities, but also research centers, enterprises, and non-academic partners. We have the postdoctoral fellowships, actually the former individual fellowships. So they support more experienced researchers interested in doing their research in Europe, but also outside. We have the staff exchanges, which is supporting actually research and innovation staff exchanges. We have co-fund. So this remained, actually, the name is the same. So it's about co-funding doctoral and postdoctoral programs. And as I already mentioned before, we have the MSCA and Citizens, which embeds the European Researchers' Night. I will go quickly through the last slides so that you have also time to for the next presentation. But I would like to indicate as regards the call calendar, as I said, doctoral networks, postdoctoral fellowships, and MSCA and Citizens have already been published. And again, all documents will be available very shortly if you have any concern or issue with this. We will have also in 2021 2 other calls. Staff exchanges will be published on 7th of October and co-fund on the 12th of October. And of course, in 2022, you will have again calls on doctoral networks, postdoctoral fellowships, staff exchanges, and co-fund, but not on MSCA and Citizens, since the call, which has been published on 22 June, is covering 2 editions of the night, so 2022 and 2023, meaning that there won't be any call for MSCA and Citizens in 2022. Here, Again, I believe that this point will be addressed later on during the day, because it concerns actually how you can find all the information about the different calls. So maybe very quickly, just to remind you that all calls are published on the Funding and Tender Opportunities portal. You will have also to check all the key resources and guidance documents. So of your guide for applicants are available. Offers the MSCA work program and annexes, proposal templates, model grant agreements, online manual on how to submit an application, and you have also some FAQs. And of course, you can ask for advice to your MSCA national contact points, and submit specific queries to the research inquiry service. Again, I'm not going through all these points because I'm sure that you will have some further developments during the day. Also on your access, which is mentioned here as regards notably jobs offers for individual researchers. But I think that I saw in the program that you will have a presentation dedicated to your access as such. So I will simply stop here. I will leave the floor to Lily. And then I will leave that you may have some questions, and I will be, of course, happy to stay after the Lily's presentation to address the questions if you had any to me. Thanks a lot. Thank you.